Westminster Magistrates Court in the United Kingdom has acknowledged that the kidney donor in the case of former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu and his wife Beatrice is not a minor. At the continuation of trial today, the prosecution accepted that he is 21 years old, not 15 as earlier speculated. The court has now fixed 4th of August as the date for the next hearing. Also, the UK Attorney General has approved that the case is tried at the Central Criminal Court in London. Recall that Senator Ekweremadu and his wife Beatrice were arrested by the British police on 23rd of June on allegations of human trafficking and organ harvesting that violates the country's Modern Slavery Act. Meanwhile, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs, Adamu Bolkachua, led the Senate delegation to the court. The former president of the Senate, David Mark, former Minister of State for Education, Chukwuemeka Wadriba, and a delegation from the Nigeria High Commission were also present in the court. Back home in the nation's capital, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, has visited the KUJE Correctional Center in company of Chief of Military Intelligence. He was given a tour of the breached facility where more escapees are being recaptured. Lieutenant General Yahya stated that there are indications the attackers had camped in the community prior to the attack. He urged members of the public to volunteer information to aid investigation and recapture of the victims. The Army Chief also noted that troops have been deployed on the trail of the attackers, just like in other incidents.
Seeing the areas, challenges and ways to improve what we do in order to check and avoid future occurrences both here or somewhere else. I'm here, I've been conducted around and I have seen what happened. We are not deterred by the criminal, whatever they do. And now the Army, along with other service and security agencies, are not deterred and continue to do our very best to check that even those criminals have done this, we'll be on their trail, along with other supporting.
Now, in Niger State, the Nigerian police have graduated 9,989 constable officers to join its force across the country. Inspector General of Police Usman Baba Alkali is optimistic this will help address the age-long manpower gap of the force and reduce unemployment in the country. Chineme Bamei reports.
Internal security has never been this disturbing in the history of Nigeria. These officers are graduating from the police training school today, and they are happy. But how prepared are they to face the ever-evolving security challenges in the country?
Over the last decade, Nigeria's internal security architecture has been greatly challenged by activities of bandits and terrorists. Hardly does a day go by without news of attacks, kidnapping, and wanton killings. In order to curb this, the government has invested billions of naira into recruiting personnel and acquiring equipment, yet internal security is not guaranteed. This time around, the Nigerian Police Training School is graduating 9,989 constables in 15 training schools across the country under the year 2020 recruitment exercise. At this ceremony in Mina, the Inspector General of Police is represented by AIG Abuamodu. He charges the new recruits to be selfless in discharging their responsibilities. He reminded them of the reason they were recruited, which is to strengthen community policing. The new recruits are to be deployed back to their local government of origin.
The import of taking 10,000 able and active youths out of the unemployment market annually is that these young men and women have been saved from the temptations of crimes and giving a platform to rather fight the menace of crime.
With the growing challenge of internal security in the country, the police force is at a point where it must upgrade the equipping of its officers to meet the current realities.
I want to sincerely welcome them into the family that I've once criticized for not being enough. I challenge them to improve on those areas as part of the family.
I'm also thanking the state because in many other ways, they've assisted during this training, providing us a very enabling environment. The state governor has given us total support.
All of you, on behalf of the Traditional Council and the FCT, a very good service, and that God will always save you as long as you do your work very well.
Another 10,000 recruits are soon to resume training under the 2021 recruitment exercise. Chenemi Bami, TVC News, Mina.
Now, for effective planning in the country, there is need to report and harmonize number of deaths in Nigeria and Lagos in particular. These necessitated a one-day symposium held in Lagos. Senior correspondent Ike Ekweremadu reports.
In the year 2021, 5,922 deaths were registered in Lagos State, and those whose responsibility it is to keep such data believes there are far more than the numbers reported. For that reason, these participants are here for a symposium with the focus of increasing deaths notification and registration in Lagos State. The program is a collaboration between the Force Pathologist Office of the Nigerian Police and the National Population Commission. The Inspector General of Police representative set the ball rolling for the first ever symposium on such topic.
You know that presently in Nigeria there is increasing crime rates, there is increasing insecurity cases across the country, and the only way we can overcome these challenges is by data and data capturing.
The United Nations recognizes the importance of addressing under-registration and has set targets of universal birth registration and 80% of death registration by 2030.
To help plan for the nation, the National Population Commission must have trusted data of not only the living, but also that of number of deaths.
Accurately and timely data for mortality by age, gender, cause, both nationally and subnationally, are essential for the design, implementation, monitoring, and assessment of health programs and policies.
Once someone has died, many of us are in grief, and all we want to do quickly is get the body out and go and bury it. We get a death certificate, but we usually forget to get to NPOPC to register.
Framework is also required to achieve this, so the presence of representative of the Lagos State House of Assembly.
There are so many existing laws. Some of them have become archaic because they have been there for many years. So we are there to review the laws.
With what we are starting today, we think of collaborating with other data capturing agencies for us to come together, have and harmonize this data we collate from various angles.
Various topics that highlight the importance of death registration and how it can facilitate better planning by government were also treated at the event. Ivy Khan, TVC News, Lagos.
In other matters, the domestic runway of the Murtala Mohammed Airport, Lagos, will be completely closed for 3 months to enable some repairs and installation of airfield lighting to be done. That's according to a statement issued by the Acting General Manager, Corporate Affairs, FAN, Faithful Hope Uvaze. With this development, international and local airlines will use the international runway for landing and takeoff during the 3-month period. The statement reads, quote, "As part of efforts aimed at improving safety and efficiency of flight operations at the Murtala Mohammed Airport, Lagos, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria has concluded arrangements to complete the installation of CAT 111 airfield ground lighting system on runway 18L/36R. The project is expected to last for 90 days, starting tomorrow. While the federal government has declared 11th and 12th of July as public holidays to mark this year's Eid al-Kabir celebration, the Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, who made the declaration on behalf of the federal government on Thursday, congratulated all Muslims and Nigerians both at home and in the diaspora on this occasion. The minister, in a statement by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Interior, Shuaib Belgore, urged the Muslim faithful to continue to promote peace and also pray for the country. He also said the administration of President Muhammad Buhari remains committed to ensuring the lives and properties of all Nigerians are secure, adding that the government will also continue to provide opportunities for empowering the citizens for successful living. Mr. Aregbesola also urged Nigerians to take responsibility by reporting any suspicious individuals and criminal activities they observed around them to the law enforcement agencies. The use of an alert application that has been designed to mitigate security challenges with prompt response from security agencies.